They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Heineke got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A first down throw for Heineke. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Fields. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying, all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have pressure. Gets there on Heineke, and down he goes.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, it's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Cook following the penalty. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Heineke to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing. Heineke taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Now Heineke. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Heineke with a 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
4th down, Heineke. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. They'll find Ayuk open right side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a first down throw. Fields gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Again, Fields steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Heineke. Setting up the screen for Cook. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. Now
Joey Sly for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On third down, Heineke.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Fields letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Brandon Ayuk
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Heineke now.
Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Heineke. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Boswell's kick is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, Barbara, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. A beautiful fake. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Fields. Got a man, that's Ayuk. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st down, Bonds. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Fields throwing again. He's got Ayuk once again. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he gets
Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Heineke now from the 50.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Looking long for Thomas. He's got a man. Complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Chicago. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
That is caught at the 7.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Brandon Ayuk
there to make the grab. And the Bears add on.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week, and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to it.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Field throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Meanwhile, field throw complete there to Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Fields now to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough. Because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Left side, Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, it's Cook, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Mond. They're going for it. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mond. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Touchdown, Vikings. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Boswell for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2nd and 10. Fields again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Dana. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Chicago. Michael Thomas, 64 yards. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
86 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 45 on 2nd down. Mon. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, here's Mon. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go, set. 52 blue. I got one. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Slice, 97.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's go, let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
57, Mike 57. I don't even know why this team so.
3rd and long. It's Fields. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop below